Vicious murder, execution, gibbeting, and little dog. What more could you want? So hi everybody, and today you find me, the exiled yellow belly, in Bierton, just a 5-minute drive from my house. In fact, you'll find me in this lovely village every other Thursday evening visiting my auntie and uncle. Now this is the second time I've tried recording this, but the first time I found the traffic is so loud through Bierton and drowned out half the video. So here I am, this time in the quieter and much more tranquil setting of St Othis Well, which I will cover in a future episode. But for today, I'm going to use this beautiful place, which I presume has been made possible by the parish council or some other group, and if you know, please let me know down in the comments, to tell the tale of Edward Corbett, a tale that I had not heard of, but probably should have guessed as I'd driven past Gib Lane literally hundreds of times and never put two and two together. Now, Edward Corbett, he wasn't a very nice man, but he was a damn good chimney sweep and rat catcher, ably assisted by his little bull terrier dog. For the rat catching, not so much the chimney sweeping. I'd like at this juncture to take this opportunity to apologise, because try as I might, I could not find out the name of the little dog. And I know that's very important to some people. Anyway, in early June 1773, Corbett was clearing some barns of rats for local farmer Richard Holt. Corbett basically had free range of the place as Richard was tending to his seriously ill daughter Mary and took little notice of what Corbett was getting up to. Unfortunately, Mary died, and Richard, grief-stricken, spiralled into a depression, spending all his time by his daughter's coffin in the kitchen of the house while waiting for her funeral, which was in 3 days' time. Now, it was during this period that Corbett devised his plan to get richer than the 2 pennies per rat he was getting at the moment. He waited for the poor farmer to leave his daughter's coffin and go by candlelight up to his bedroom. Corbett then waited for the light to go out, and after a short while, using a ladder and his chimney sweep skills, made his way onto the roof and down the chimney into Richard Holt's bedroom. Now at this point, he could have just crept around stealing what he wished, but no. Corbett decided to beat the poor sleeping farmer to death. He then calmly put his swag in his bag and made his way out of the back door and made his way back home to Tring, just over the county border in Hertfordshire. The next morning, the boy delivering the milk came to Richard Holt's farmhouse and, getting no reply to his knocking, tried the door and found it was open. And to his surprise, out trotted a little white bull terrier. The dog was probably also surprised, as after a heavy night chasing rats, he was probably expecting to find his owner at the door. When a blood trail in the house led to the badly beaten body of Richard, and the dog was identified as Corbett's, it was too much of a coincidence. And with the village constable assembling a posse of villagers, they told the dog, "Go find your master." And just like Bullseye when he tracked down Bill Sykes after he killed Nancy, that's just what the little bull terrier did. They followed the little dog all the way to Tring. Now, how Corbett had walked 8 miles to Tring without wondering where his prize asset was, nobody knows. But the dog must have slipped in when Corbett opened the door to slip out. Anyway, Corbett was found with Richard Holt's property on him and was arrested. He was subsequently found guilty and sentenced to be hanged and gibbeted near to where the crime occurred. Now, anyone who doesn't know what gibbeting is, it's when a person is hanged until dead, then encased in irons and hung off a gibbet post in full view to rot and decay until the post collapses. Now we are about to go down Gib Lane, and according to my research and maps, the field will be down here somewhere on the left. Corbett was first hanged from the 18-foot tall gallows, then gibbeted from it. And what a day out it was. People came from far and wide. There was a fair, there was also ale and meat pie stalls, and lemonade for the kids, sideshows, jugglers, you name it, a real family day out. But only a month after Corbett had done the Tyburn jig and hung in his cage upon the gibbet in the field up here, the celebrations were well and truly over, when the people of Bierton had to keep their windows securely shut, as the stench of the putrefying corpse of Edward Corbett, on one of the hottest summers on record, reached every home. In fact, a new pathway had to be made between the Chalk House Arms and the rear of the houses on Bierton Road, so as to avoid the rotting rat catcher. Mary Lane, a servant at a nearby house, declared Edward was the first thing she saw every time she sat up in bed. Now, unfortunately, I just came up to these gates and we can't go any further. This is the farmhouse that Corbett's piece is next to, and it's so tempting because look at that, that's the gate through to Corbett's piece over there. Now I can't go down there, so I will go down here and see if I can possibly just poke my head through this hedge, and we'll see if we can see a bit of Corbett's piece, because here is, I don't know, I might be able to just get through there and have a look. Let's have a look. Yep, I'm through there, and here in this field here, this is Corbett's piece, the part where the gibbeting took place in this corner. Now, as you can see, the field goes round like that, and I believe down in this corner here, over here, is where the gibbeting, but this is Corbett's piece, so I've managed to get a little look at it, which has made me feel better, and I'm glad I've got to see the field. It is reported that 22 years later, the gibbet was still standing, complete with grinning skull. In fact, the gibbet became a landmark for finding Hulcott Road. So you want Hulcott Road, do you? Ah well, past the Chalk House Arms, turn left by the horse trough and keep ahead until you see Corbett's piece. Then turn right and you'll be on the road to Hulcott. The gibbet finally collapsed in the early 19th century, and legend says the chains were thrown into a nearby ditch, and there they remain. A local cabinet maker snaffled what was left of the gibbet post to make souvenirs. I must say, I'd love to get hold of one of them. An absolutely ideal Christmas present for my daughter. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little tale. It was enjoyable doing. Just to say that I will be in Bierton again doing another one soon about St Osyth Well, which is a really lovely place down here in Bierton that I don't know if the parish council, whoever's involved in making it such a beautiful place to go and visit and have a picnic. A big shout out to whoever it was that got that done. It's a really beautiful place, and I'm going to do a little video on that to show you how nice it is. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you for the next one. Bye bye for now.